Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's King of the Court, a brand new concept to the way that we watch our beach volleyball and potentially our sport as well. And it is getting into money-making time here as we go into the group stages here on day 3, and we welcome our men back to the competition. We've already just seen one team come into the arena, and this is setting up to be a very dramatic session. On the right in green, Martins Plavins and Edgar's Tox, and then in red from Norway, Hendrik Mol and Matthias Bernstein, the third team out. Well, they are the most experienced team on the World Tour of Spain's Herrera Gavira, and they played well in the opening stages, as did many of our teams, but luckily we are joined here by one of our competitors in Marco Klatica. Marco, welcome to the commentary box. This is going to be some spectacle.
Thank you, Louis. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, also what we're looking forward to is the runners-up in the World Championships last year, Julius Toller and Clemens Wickler. They're the next team to be welcomed from Germany. They sided out 10 balls in a row yesterday, and it's tough out there, Marco, to continuously side out for 10 balls under this pressure. It was amazing.
Yeah, exactly. I was with them in the pool, so I was one of the guys that should have stopped them earlier, but they're really good inside out, so they did a great job, yeah.
Excellent. And finally, the last team that we meet is Dirk Bolle and Martin van Werkhoven from the Netherlands. MVD played in France, but now has switched to beach volleyball. And Dirk Bolle was previously a partner of Christian Varenhorst, one of our commentary team this week. Marco, now we head to the draw. What are the players looking for here at the cards?
For sure, everyone wants the king. They want the king to start on the king side, like Plavins now just took it.
Martins Plavins, one of the biggest characters in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Especially here, where everything is a bit more friendly than on the World Tour. You can really see the characters of the players, and it's fun to see him talk to everyone and yeah, having fun.
And play. So there is Group A, the men: Plavins, Tox, Bernstein, Mol, Herrera Gavira, Bolle and Van Werkhoven, and Tolle Wickler. This is how it works. Get ready, it's a new concept. Well, it's not a new concept, it came in 2018, but there's 3 15-minute rounds. Basically, the team with the lowest amount of points leave the competition in every round. The top 3 will go through, and the winner will win the golden ball, which is basically the ability to wash the previous point and to replay. So it's giving the players the control over the point to replay one.
Yeah, exactly. We had a test event, or like a test match already in prior to the event, and everyone was really pissed when you use the golden ball on them. So it's really fun. It makes even more drama in the game, and yeah, it's just a very nice format.
Absolutely. Players just taking part in the quick warm-up. Marco, talk us through, now we actually have a chance, the intros are over. How is it playing in this event? You're going out later on tonight, you have a great pool as well. How's it been for you?
I mean, it's crazy. When you enter the arena, first you wait for you to get announced, and everything is vibrating because it's so loud, and coming into the arena, it's like a coliseum. You feel like a gladiator. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's exactly how we've seen myself and Rich up here. It is like a coliseum. And we have got some great gladiators going as well. In Herrera Gavira, it's a shanked pass, but how difficult is it to get rhythm at the side-out end early on in the game in this format?
Yeah, especially in the first few points, it's so hard because you cannot really warm up on this court. Everybody comes out and serves tough, especially Tolle Wickler. They have one of the greatest float serves. It's really hard. If you have 1 or 2 points, then it gets easier. But to get the first point is really hard.
Well, the Viking pairing of Hendrik Mol and Matthias Bernstein, that's a great touch from Hendrik Mol as he goes chasing. Tight set, great recovery setting from Bernstein to get his partner on the net to give him some options. So Marco, later on, you're in the group with Saxon O'Gorman, Cantor Wojciak, yourself and Flo, Corcoran and Van Waller, who were brilliant in that opening game, and Brouwer Musin. That's some pool to go into battle later on. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, you could almost say it's the pool of serving and tricky plays. You have Brouwer Musin that serve like crazy all the time. Then you could see in the first day, Tom van Walle, he was just ripping serves. And then you have Cantor Wojciak. They had a lot of injuries in the past year, but I think now they're good again, and they're very spectacular, very tricky to play, so I'm looking forward.
Yeah, talking to Cora Moll earlier on, the head coach of the Beach Volley Vikings, he's also saying how impressed he's been with Cantor Wojciak. It does look like they're back, but that last season was really tough for people who follow World Tour Volleyball. There was a lot of injuries, especially to the feet, strangely enough. There's a couple of foot injuries for Cantor Wojciak. Herrera Gavira, whoa, hello. Just lets that one slide across the body before snapping it back on the angle. That's what we came to see, Marco. Herrera Gavira, I mean, they've been around for so long. Herrera took that silver medal in the Olympic Games in 2004, and he's going for Olympics number 5.
Yeah, when they get in their rhythm, it's really, really hard to stop them. But for now, it looks like they didn't get into their rhythm, and they're already out again.
Yeah, it's very difficult. One team who look like they're finding some rhythm, my word. Henrik Moll just goes slightly wrist away, but it's a sharp angle, not so much wrist that time from Henrik Moll actually on a second look. Bernstein flips another one. Oh, deja vu. Do you want to get any sharper, Henrik? Do you want to go again? Do you want to make it a little bit of a sharper angle this time?
Yeah, I think he would just go harder. He's the guy that if he...
he tries.
If he doesn't score with an attack, the next time he goes harder. And even if he scores, he always just tries to go harder, I think.
Well, the Vikings have started well, as have Plavins and Toks. Plavins and Toks already at the Olympic Games, having qualified through that Olympic qualifying event in China. Oh, Gavira, Herrera on 2. There we go. The Spaniards who have been based in Lorca. Sometimes they're in Tenerife, but because of the pandemic, they have been based in the training centre in Lorca for a little bit longer, this time under their coach, Fran Marco. High line once more.
Yeah, they're one of the most precise teams when it comes to line shots. I think Gavira, you can put a flip-flop. They practice with a flip-flop in the corner, and they try to hit the flip-flop every time, where other teams, they have like a spot of 2 meters to try to hit the shot there.
Small margins of flip-flops for Herrera Gavira. For anyone watching beach volleyball for the first time, flip-flops do count as very good training tools for markers. Oh, no block. This is something new for Herrera Gavira, actually. They've started to play in new zones, like run the ball a little bit wider to make it tougher for blockers like yourself, Marco.
Yeah, I think it's funny, they play for 15 years almost, I think, at least Pablo, and they always play the same, and now I think they finally had the chance to, with less competitions, to work more on their game and change a bit how they're running the sets.
How good is it that they're still learning new tricks, and they've been around for so long that the game is evolving quick. You have to stay alert in beach volleyball, because saying yesterday with Rich, the progression is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, especially in this format, everybody tries to be more aggressive, like with more quick sets, and
Plavins. That's gnarly. Can you? Oh, Martins Plavins still doesn't want to smile about it. Still doesn't want to have a smile. That's one of the plays of the day so far. Plavins makes a dig and then slices away.
I guess he's just too tired of so much running.
He's known for always joking, but he is a serious customer. You do not win an Olympic bronze medal unless you take this game very seriously. Talking of teams that take it seriously, Tolle Vikler still on 0, 9:24. Remember how this rolls, ladies and gentlemen. It's jumbo. Doesn't matter how it rolls when Plavins is going for the jumbo deep angle.
Just yesterday he was joking about hitting jumbos, that he never hits them, and he had one, I think, yesterday or the day before, and he hit it perfect, so he was really happy already.
So he's hitting more and more.
Yeah, he's trying to go for more.
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Volley from the inside, Dutch looking to get their score up and save them from elimination. The first team will be eliminated from the whole event. If you come fourth, you're into the playoff tomorrow morning, which will be a short game to 15 with 3 teams. So we saw the playoffs yesterday. That was how Henrik Mol and Matthias Bernstein qualified for the Vikings, as Bernstein now the service target because Henrik Mol has found rhythm. So there's change of service target.
Yeah, it's always hard to get a rhythm in block defense on a player because you always switch. You always switch the team, and then you can't really build up something in block defense.
We also saw April Ross and Emily Day a minute ago changing sides all the time to try and make it a little bit more difficult for the servers to have to change their tactic last minute because the side out pattern had changed. Vikler, who's just made a great side out, he's on the net, and there's some fans of Tolle Vikler, no surprise. Breaking the block is Tolle, but he's beaten for speed by the Vóley, who's been around for some time. He knows his beach volleyball. The Dutch have been impressive throughout.
Yeah, I think as well. He doesn't look like the blocker doesn't look like he has played a lot of beach. But you can see that he comes from indoor, but he's using his height very well.
Yeah, not this time. Edgar's Toks able to get his feet out. Good footwork from Toks and a good press. Looks a bit like Ryan Reynolds down there, Van Werkhoven. Edgar's Toks has been improving quickly on the World Tour and in international volleyball. Tolle Vikler, yeah, not this time.
Not this time, yeah.
It's too good.
As I said, they're really one of the best serving teams in the world, and they proved it again.
I spoke to Tolle Vikler at breakfast this morning, and we were talking very much about how they sided out those 10 balls in a row and they never recovered. They were so tired from making those 10 plays that they never quite got back to that level of form. So it does show how it takes it out. It's 45 minutes if you go to the wire. But we're talking about your gas tank, Marco, and Tolle Vikler ran out of gas pretty quickly after siding out 10 balls in a row yesterday.
Maybe you have to go just for more than 10 to win the longest stay, or you have to find ways to save a bit of energy.
Absolutely, saving energy is going to be key. Lily Nelson spoke in the first round. They're now out, but they spoke about having to save their time and focus till the end. That's tight. Henrik Moll's doing a good job of patrolling the net there, but second time of asking to run a bit wider, and Toks goes off the hands. Another character, Edgar's Toks, but Latvia leave. Samoilovs and Smedins still in this competition. They're in the second pool, which is coming up a bit later with the Grimolts, Sharif and Ahmed, who were brilliant yesterday. Samoilovs and Smedins, then Anders Bohl and Christian Sorum, #1 team in the world, and Bouter Penninger, who we spoke about being the luckiest team in this competition on Ruben Penninger's birthday today as well. They were eliminated twice, they got the lucky loser, and they snuck through the playoff pool to get through to this stage. Vikler and Tolle get back down. They're playing really well. And Marco, from your perspective, what are you thinking about behind the service line?
Mostly I let my defender flow serve because as a blocker it's really tough to serve and run to the net, and especially has a really good jump serve. But it's always between managing the risk, because you can't give an easy free ball because you don't want them to score points. But if there are 5 teams on the court and you miss the serve, you have to wait to be serving again. So yeah, you have to find a good rhythm or a good margin.
Good margin to get down to that end. It's interesting you say in King of the Court, it's not alternate serves. You can choose whoever you want to serve from the baseline. That's the beautiful thing about it. There's a real freestyle edge to it that I think the players, the fans, the commentary team alike are absolutely loving. Van Werkhoven, well, he has a free net. He has to go right side, surely.
Miscommunication there.
Well, 4:21 on the clock now. Tolle Vikler are on 6, Herrera on 6, Plavins Toks on 5. It's a battle between the Vikings and the Dutch pairing of Vóley and Van Werkhoven.
So that's what you want to happen if you're Birds and Mol. You want the service team to take as much risk as possible to kick them out, and then they can't score any points.
Exactly what we might have just seen. Free ball. Voley's going to try and keep this ball in zone. It looks good, but it is long in the end. Okay, interesting. There's another. Well, the DJ is just working his socks off. The atmosphere's been unbelievable. Gavira. Oh, again, where's that flip-flop,
Yeah,
Marco?
there was the flip-flop.
There's the flip-flop. There it is, just in the back corner. Nailed it. Miss serve. There's still time, though, for the Vikings.
Yeah, of course. If you get over to the King's side, I don't know, 1 minute before the clock ends, you can still score a lot of points.
Maybe that's has to be the tactic. It's using that card very late.
Exactly.
Herrera off the net, just looks to drop one short. So good. He's very aware of the blocker breaking. At what time does the blocker break in this sport? When's the right time? When's the wrong time? Is there a wrong time? Is there a right time?
Yeah, it really depends. If the set is really off the net, then you can go off the net early. But usually you don't want the attacker to see that you're pulling. So, yeah. This time he saw it good, and the blocker was still moving, so either he was too early or too late.
Yes, you're saying the ideal time is when that... Oh, reverse bump cuddy! A bit of Spanish sauce, as Rich would maybe call it. There we have it. Rivera this time on the third touch.
It's funny to see those spectacular plays. Normally on the World Tour you don't see them that often.
Because they don't quite have the same... I don't know, meaning behind it, I guess.
Yeah, like
it's more relaxed.
Here it's much more relaxed, and you get many chances, and you're not focused on one team. So these tricky plays can. You can see Herrera is definitely not happy with his last ball.
But you can also see that was a big opportunity for Norway. Benchten ends up in the sand. It's a husband and wife serve. You don't want one of those when you need to side out.
Exactly.
But also it's really easy to get your bump cuddy out for Herrera Gavira when you have 12 points on the board.
Yeah, that's really the thing you can see. If you have some side outs on your counter, it gets easier to score points.
Yeah, and looking at scoring points, there's not too many better in the world than Clemens Wickler. He's gone wrist away a few times, but he comes thundering through to the line as well. Tolle Wickler on 8, they'll be happy because they said they were going to play a bit more tactically today, so they didn't run out of gas in the first round, which is key. Tolle now finding some joy on the right side. Herrera Gavira still on 12. Last minute, it's huge for Norway. They need to get their way down. Plavins and Tox on 5. It looks like that's going to be okay to go through. The cutoff point, well, looks like it's going to be 2 at the moment, 43 seconds. This is a great run for Tolle Wickler. We might have a new clubhouse leader in just a moment. They've left their work till late, Marco, but they're doing very well.
Yeah, they must have had a good recovery, good sleep. From my side, I didn't have a good sleep. Like my body was still so full of adrenaline. Maybe just like Hendricks as he serves out.
I was going to say, talking of adrenaline, that was huge from Henrik Moe, and it looks as if Norway are going to lose a team here in this competition. Eliminated. That was a great side-out run from Tolle Wickler. It's given them the win by the looks of it. As Tox just goes with a swing of the arm onto Bernstein and Moll, frustrated figures as they leave the competition with 2 side-outs. Just lacking a bit of consistency in the side-out end.
Yeah, he had to risk that last serve, so he went for it and put all his power in it, but it didn't pay off at the end.
They came through via the playoffs. You can see it means so much to Henrik Moll, formerly of Hawaii College in the USA. As we have a look at, I don't know, what we're calling as one of the rallies of the day so far. Yeah, Plavins. Oh, remember this one, Marco. Continuation play, but this just here, defense, sticks an arm out, doesn't let it get past him the first time. Look at Plavins off the ball. So good. This here, fading away, and then padding almost a jumbo wrist away. Good rally. Plavin's playing defense. He's so animated, and he's still just animated now.
Yeah, Plavins is one of the best defenders when it comes to defending hard hits. So he, he's really good at that. I think he was a libero even in indoor first. So I think those are still the elements that he took from indoor.
Yeah, how important is it, like what you do off the ball before you contact is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like he's also how you're positioned on how your body weight is positioned. I think he always has a position to move left or right, or like to dig a ball, and you can see he just gets his body into the ball, and the ball is going up then.
Okay, it looks like we are heading down to our old friend Rich Lamborn court side with Norway.
All right, we're here with the Volley Vikings, Matthias, Hendrik. Disappointing, I know. Let me first say you gave my favorite interview yesterday, post-game. Yeah, but, I mean, frustrating, of course, but tell us about this format, what you liked about it, what your takeaways are.
It's a cool format. It goes really fast. You gotta rethink every ball. When you lose one ball, you gotta play side out when you get over, which we didn't today. So we tried to refocus. We were unlucky on some balls, and then we didn't have a side out game, and then it goes like this, and then we're out. But it's really fun to be here, and it's a good opportunity for us to practice and play. So we're happy.
Yeah, how difficult is it to find your rhythm out there at such a high turnover rate?
It's impossible, and once you find a rhythm, you're gassed because it's like the teams they want to get you out, so they're serving as fast as possible after you're siding out. So you can't really find your breath. So once you find your rhythm, your heart rate's gonna be through the roof.
Right, it's good to stoke that competitive fire though a little bit again, right?
Yes, for sure. It's always fun to play tournaments, and this is one this year, and then we have the European Champs next week. So really looking forward to that one, and then just see how it goes from there.
All right, good luck, fellas. Thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, the Beach Volley Vikings side of Bernstein and Mol, a big cross next to their name. They leave the competition, and we go through to round 2, where we find out who leaves as 4th place, but they will have another chance in the playoffs tomorrow. So 4th place goes to the playoffs, and then the top 3 teams play off for the golden ball. That's how it lays out. But that was an interesting interview, Marco Klattega, with Hendrik Mol about heart rate, trying to find rhythm. When you play a rally, you go to King's Head, and you usually get 7 or 8 seconds between points, more sometimes, to settle yourself. But that doesn't happen in this game. It's a big rush.
Yeah, it is. And also, like, oh, nice hit with the left hand by Vikler. Normally you get the time to, like, you can always find some time. You clean the sand a bit, or you clean your glasses, you go talk to the ref. But here, that's all not possible, so, yeah.
You're a likable guy. I think you're a talk to the ref guy. Yeah. I don't think you're a play with the lines guy. I think you're a talk to the ref guy. Have a smiley chat and catch up.
I'm not always too smiley, but yeah.
We were saying the opposite yesterday. We're like, Marco Klattega, always smiling. Chase is on. Tolle Vikler again, off to a good start. And this is the Tolle Vikler that we know. They're very calm. You talk about the heart rate. They don't look like at this moment in time the heart rate is going too high. You see the calmness, you can see no frustration, but then you see Eggers Tox dive in to the angle. Tox, looking good.
Looking good, yeah.
I mean, so what's going through your mind, Marco, when you side out a ball and then the next one's coming? Do you have time to go through your routine, or are you just trying to, like, yeah, I mean, you're swimming against the tide?
Yeah, I mean, first I just try to figure out which team is actually surfing, because they're like, I don't know, 5 guys standing behind and one of them is serving. So that's the first thing, and then I just try to relax my breath and try to keep the ball in play.
It's crazy how quick it's like dodging bullets back there. It's quick fire, but that serve in the net actually does buy a bit of time for Herrera Gavira to steady themselves psychologically before. I don't know how many times I've seen Herrera hit that shot.
Yeah, he does it all the time and he does it so well.
And he still don't get dug. Opens up the line for him and he hits that sharp angle so well. Opens up a high line, 2 sharp angles in quick succession, that's gnarly.
Yeah, that's very good. Especially with that ball being a bit off the net, still hitting that angle, very good. Those balls, it's always a bit hard to decide. If it's an easy serve that goes out, you'll still take it because you want the point and it's an easy opportunity.
Yeah, we saw Plavins do that the other day and everyone was doing an R because it goes against everything in your brain to play a ball that's going out. But Plavins did it and he scored.
Yeah, and that's the fun thing about King of the Court.
So, Van Werkhoven and Vóley are still looking for a point. Plavins and Tox have won. The Dutchies are coming in now to try and make a play. Wider set for Herrera Gavira, looking for the hands, but out the way from Van Werkhoven. Play professionally in indoor, as we were saying. There's some key differences between the two sports, but he's adapting well.
Yeah, I think he's doing a really great job. He uses his height very well, and also he has a good spike. And I think also his partner, you can see he helps him a lot in the beach. He has been around for a long time, and yeah, they make a good couple.
Absolutely. That was heavy from Tolle. Heavy, heavy, heavy work.
Yeah, you can see him rise early over the net and press over.
Yeah, blocking is so much about pressure, right? How much pressure can you serve with your hands?
Yeah, pressure and timing. Like, get your hands over at the right time on the right spot and you'll get it. Sounds easy, it isn't.
Yeah, I struggle with just getting my hands to the top of the net at 167. definitely not born for beach volleyball. Nature versus nurture. But off the body, very nice from Wickler. Something he does so good. He's got a free ball now, Clemens Wickler, and you would put your house on him scoring, but no! Now the Dutchies have an opportunity, but we have so much time left. Again, talking about heart rate, pressure, there's still no panic for either or any of these teams even. Gator. Great chase, it's tied for...
And the flip-flop shot again.
Flip-flop shot from Spain. Oh.
I think it's really impressive how he can like wait in the air just for I don't know, to see what happens on the other side of the court, and then he places the ball on the flip-flop.
Yeah, Spain, ball control and vision just ridiculously good. There's maybe a net touch there, not given against Tox. Plavins tries to open up the 2 ball, but it goes back to Plavins, who pats line. Oh, laying out is Wickler going back to the line. This is a rally, Marco.
Yeah, now we're talking about heartbeat.
Yeah, and you can just see how the heart rate goes up because the touch starts to lack a little bit of quality at that time.
Yeah, exactly. Now let's see what the next point happens. They manage very well.
They do manage very well. They're very calm. I think myself and Rich touched on this. Latvians are just so calm in everything they do. They've already qualified for the Olympic Games after winning the qualification event in China back in September 2019. So that's a big weight off the shoulders of Latvia to already have that spot at the Olympics, whenever the Olympics happens, hopefully soon.
Yeah, and now here especially, there is no points awarded. You can just have fun. Of course, everyone plays 100% because it's about money, it's about winning still. But yeah, you can also see it's not the same pressure as you would be battling for Olympic points.
But do you think that's a little bit down to the sort of year that we've had as well? You know, like having such a break from international competition that, I mean, it just feels like everybody's almost really happy to see each other.
Yeah,
which is crazy in competitive sport, but it's almost like, yes,
yeah,
back to the norm.
It sounds really weird, but it's really like that. People are really happy to see each other again, and sometimes when you're traveling the whole year together, you're like, I don't want to see that guy, he beat me twice or whatever, or we had a tough match. But now it's just like everybody's happy to see each other again and to compete against each other, have fun on the court. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Volley from the right side, really good. Talking about vision, you can see the head just have a good look at the court, go through the hands. Van Workhoven now out of rhythm a little bit, and it's a good read. I mean, Gavira there is reading everything on the backcourt. He sees that before it happens.
Yeah, you can see how much experience he has on this ball. Like, he already knows before he hits the ball where he's going to hit.
Yeah, the approach line was super straight on from Van Workhoven, which almost gave a little bit away to the experienced Gavira. And it's Herrera Gavira who are making a little bit of a play for it now. 5 on the board. They're tied with Tolle and Vikler. Husband and wife serve. That's always going to give you a chance of getting a defense, and Plavins is in a great spot. So good from Plavins.
So good. He has the vision. He doesn't necessarily always jump his full jump that he has in his legs, but he always sees the court and finds it in the end.
Don't know if you remember in Espinho last year, Plavins and Tox were playing for a medal, and Plavins got injured and played the whole of the game with a sprained ankle almost, and he was incredible. Just, he's some character in more ways than one, but he's a competitor.
Yeah, he's a real fighter.
And himself and Janusz Medins took that bronze medal at London 2012, and it was a catalyst for just beach volleyball in general in Latvia. Since then, it's now caught fire in the women's game with Tina Graudina, Anastasia Klavchenica as well, and it's very much the domino effect of the good work from Plavins and Schmedins.
Yeah, I think as well. Also, I think it was pretty disappointing for him to miss out the 2016 Olympics, but I'm really happy for him that he qualified now for the next ones, whenever they will happen. And you can see how much of a fighter he is. He played another 4 years, even though he didn't qualify. Yeah.
He played 4 years with Harold Rexes, and it didn't quite work for that pairing, but with Tox it seems like he's found someone who shares the same ambition, and also he's quite a funny character as well.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of fun. They have the room next to us here in Utrecht, and we can hear them always talk and laugh. And
amazing. They're next door to you?
Yeah, they're next door to us.
Oh dear.
And especially for us Swiss, the Latvian accent always sounds a bit loud and aggressive, and it's so funny to hear them talk to each other. We always think they're swearing to each other, but they're just having normal conversations.
Just being really aggressive, but really kind at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we should try that in a minute. That would be quite fun. 11 up for Plavins and Tox. Maybe their ears are burning, and we're talking about them a lot because their form is good. Oh, doubling up on the line there, but leaving a lot of room for Eggers Tox to score on multiple angles. They're on 12, 4:42 is on the clock. Herrera Gavira and Tolle Vikler tied. Van Workhoven and Bolle are, well, they're at 4th and looking at the playoffs. Finally, it's a great run for Plavins and Tox. They've done the hard work, and now they have to recover, probably for the golden ball.
Yeah, you can see how tired they are right now. At the end of the rally, they didn't really move as quick as before. So yeah, now they really need to recover and be ready for the next round, I think.
Oh, off the hands. It's a good set. It's slightly more off the net this time for Vikler. So can you explain as a blocker how difficult it is when you feel that a team has just set the ball a meter off the net? It's tough for you.
Yeah, it's very tough because it opens up other angles on the line, so you have to go more on the line, but you don't want to open the middle of the court now at the 6. So yeah, it's very hard and very tricky. Also because the ball, you have to jump a little later because the ball is coming a bit later also.
So there's a lot going through your mind as you're blocking in every situation to think, oh.
Yeah, and you have no time to react because it's going so fast.
Good from Tolle. I mean, when you're the size of Julius Tolle, German fans go everywhere. They are, the Tolle Wickler fans, they're smiling because they know they're well supported. And you can hear in the stadium as well, but this is Tolle's game. He will go off you, he will go over you. And again, it's so difficult to block someone at that height.
Yeah, I think Tolle is not the guy that always tries to go one against the defender, but he always tries to trick the block a bit, hit him low on the arms, and then hit him on the hands up. Yeah, he does that very well, and that was making it difficult to block him.
If you don't want to get blocked, you should definitely play tennis. The beach volleyball game is certainly about using the block as your friend. That does mean that the odd time it comes back with a bit of interest. Oh, Tox! Hello. There's a smile. We found one from Plavins. Sneaky from Edgar's Tox. Maybe you'll hear them talking about that in the room next door later on.
Yeah, you can see they adapt their sets a bit. They try to go more shorter ways and then play pokies or different stuff.
Yeah, they're changing up the angles quite often, aren't they?
Yeah, maybe it's also just to save a bit of energy right now.
Yeah, they've sided out 14 times, and don't forget there's still the golden ball coming up, so they want to think a bit more tactically and save some energy, but Plavins and Tox are so competitive, that's not the case. Oh, tight set. Tox with the overpassed jumbo. Oh! Clemens to Wickler. Gets a little bit of a luck off the netband.
And also his defense, I think it was not really the cleanest one.
That's a big serve. Their stay at the King's End did not last so long this time.
Yeah, maybe it's a bit of karma. Oh, and again an ace serve.
Do you believe in beach volleyball karma?
No, not really. Sometimes a bit. Oh, again.
I mean, talking about karma, bout to Penninger yesterday, that wasn't karma, that was luck. They got through the 2 rounds. They came 5th in their pool. They were a replacement team, so they came back into the draw and took another 5th, so they were out again. And it was one of the stories of the day, as they still got back into the playoff as a lucky loser, and they qualified out of the playoffs to be here in the group stages today. Right, 40 seconds left, Marco. Who's your money on? It looks as if Van Werkhoven is going. More jumbos! They're putting on a show. And a style from Gavir.
You can see that the 3 teams that will advance are almost set, so they're having more a bit fun time on the court. They're making spectacular plays. It's nice to see that.
It looks as if Volley and Van Werkhoven will be out this time. Just a nice chop. Plavins is so quick, but doesn't see it. Marco, there we go, round 2, done and dusted. Well, for the Dutch, they go into the playoffs. Volley and Van Werkhoven. They are not eliminated. That was Norway who went out in round 1. There's another chance tomorrow for the Dutch pairing, but some side out. You can see Edgar's Tox, Marco, holding his chest to be like, yeah, I'm absolutely done.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard. They played so many side outs in a row. You're not used to it. Normally you would just take a timeout, go clean your glasses or whatever, but you would find time to breathe, but here it's just not possible.
Survival of the fittest. As you see the German fans here, packed in the socially distanced boxes, you can see how good it is here. Keeping it safe, but keeping the crowd entertained and giving them a chance to support their favourite teams here at King of the Court. It's fantastic. Arena, brilliant. Volleyball. Hello, Matthias Bernstein. Well, there is the arena as we wait to go down. Courtside in just a moment. It's going to be our Dutch pair who get interviewed before we find out who is playing for the golden ball. That's what the next round is about. Whoever wins the ball has the golden ball, and they can use it whenever they want. Tolle and Wickler, well, they're catching fire again. It's going to be an interesting last 15 minutes here for Utrecht.
It's also important to not only stay hydrated but also to eat a little bit. As we can see, Clemens Vikler just took a bite of, I don't know, something. If you play 45 minutes in a row, recovery is important and always get your body refueled.
Absolutely. And it does look like we are ready to hear from Van Werkhoven and Vóley down courtside.
Boys, that was a tough group you faced there.
Yeah, I mean the level was like insane, especially the last round when you're among these top teams. You're like, whoa, what am I doing here? But I mean, you have to play, so it's constantly like facing the best teams in the world. It's such a challenge, and in this crazy stadium with the crowd supporting us, I really appreciate it, and I love to play here.
And well done by you guys. The Vikings told us a little bit about the cardiovascular nature of this game. How do you manage your heart rate when you're out there?
Well, very difficult, especially if you're serving and blocking. But that's why he was serving most of the balls. So I had a bit of rest, not running to the net.
Do you go in with any kind of game plan, or you're just like, we're going to do what we're going to do?
Our game plan was that I was like doing the serves because he's starting at the net, so he would get some blocks. It's easier for him. But now when we walked here, he told me like, yeah, when you serve all the balls, it's good because you put a lot of pressure. But I'm like not touching any ball, so it's very difficult to make a perfect tactic for this format because it's such a crazy game. But yeah.
Also, you make like a tactic beforehand, and then if the score is like any strains, you have to change automatically. So you do make a plan, but you can after 4 minutes it can be gone.
Yeah. In any event, you're on to the playoff tomorrow, and I'm not sure if this is any consolation or not, but my colleague Louis Lett said you might be the Dutch Ryan Reynolds. I don't know if you have a favorite Ryan Reynolds movie, or are you a Van Wilder guy, or are you a Deadpool guy?
Maybe Deadpool, I think.
Deadpool?
Yeah.
All right. Well done today, boys, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
There you have it. He wanted to go by the name of Deadpool, but it's Vóley and Van Werkhoven who are now dead almost, or their chances of winning Group A have gone and died a death, but they are back in the playoff, a big cross next to their name. And Marco, we just heard about ripping the game plan up. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, for us, or for me and Flo, it's always we just try to stay calm and be ready for any serve to come, because everyone is gonna put really a lot of pressure, and that's all you can do. Like, and the other things you have to adapt. Just be ready in reception, and then see what the opponent gives you.
Absolutely. So just simplifying the game plans are key. Maybe World Tour Volleyball, you go in with a bit more detail, but this is about just stripping it down and playing the basics.
Exactly. Yeah. I just try to go in, receive the ball somewhere that it stays in the court, and Flo is a good setter, so he just tries to put it on the net. And as I'm more tall and good jumping player, I just try to hit my best ball all the time, my highest ball. And I don't really make a plan, because anyway you play against 3 or 4 other teams, so it's really hard to switch in that moment.
Expect the unexpected. That's king of the court, and that's why we love it. Thanks to Rich Lamborn down on the sand, giving the interviews with Marloes Vesselink. And we are very lucky to have Marco Klattega with us, the Swiss stopper, smiling stopper. He's got a big grin on his face again. We heard today that you, from Wilco, who is the lead figure of King of the Court, that you have been waiting for your opportunity to come back on the mic here at King of the Court, and you've been asking away, so we hope you're enjoying being part of the team. It's great to have you, mate.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be up here with you, and I'm enjoying having the time up here and having fun with you.
Well, hopefully we have you back this week or on the world tour at some stage, but it's time for the final round of this opening phase of play today. It's the group stages. This is the first group. We have another 2 groups coming, women and men's alternate, all the way through. Marco, you're going to be playing later on. What does your preparation look like after this commentary? How will you prepare for that game?
I think I'll have a little snack, then a nap, and then it's almost ready to go again. Then we go warm up like for every other event on the warm up court, and then it's game time. Try to stay calm, focus on our stuff, and hope for the best.
Absolutely. I wonder what a little snack consists of. I reckon it's not a little snack to some people. Big feed. Eggers Tox is on fire. From the right side, we got Plavins. Oh, he just hangs that one out all day.
Perfect placement in the corner.
The flip-flop play for Herrera Gavira. I like that. We're going to call it the flip-flop play for the rest of the week, I reckon. Plavins. Oh no for Vikler, denied. Clemens Vikler was saying yesterday about his jumping mechanics being so good. Hangs in the air, his feet are right underneath him, he opens up great, and his arm is really, really good. The angles he creates is strong, that's a heavy unit. Tox is a heavy unit, and that's a heavy swing as well.
Yeah, Vikler is really impressive. He has so many different options when he is in the air because he opens up so well. He can hit it high, fast on your arms. He can hit it sharp angle. Like, yeah, it can be frustrating playing against him.
And it makes it tough, right? Like, it genuinely makes it tough to block when he's that high but also that open.
Yeah, exactly. You have to choose one ball which you want to block, but sometimes if he sees it well, he always plays the other one. So we practiced with them, I think Tuesday, and the first 2 balls I was going just out.
Fadeaway set to jumbo. Almost. Back to training.
So first balls you try to go low on him, just press over. Then he goes high hands. The next one you try go on the high ball, try to not get the high touch on the hands or control it at least, and then he goes sharp angle. So he mixes up those 2 options very well.
Excellent. And I mean, goes back to the line. That's Herrera going well. Again, the opening is when you can see the elbow get back in the arm, and that's when the chest opens up. And when we talk about opening up, that's how you access angles, and that's how you get some power as well.
Exactly. It's also about the flexibility of the player. I mean, there are players that can't open this much, or most of the player can't open this much as him.
Yeah, absolutely. The flexibility throughout that chest and shoulder is so key. You're talking to one of the least flexible guys in the world. Tox. Well, he's looking to block a bit of ball here by the looks of it. The 5, meaning he's going after the whole lot. Maybe on Gavira. He's trying to make him go over the top of him, which I think Gavira did there. So next up, session 6 is the women's. Marco Slakova, they were brilliant earlier on. And then we've got Versha Dupree and Heydrich coming back out, the Swiss girls, obviously from Switzerland like yourself. How do you see them coming on? They're doing some great things. They had a great end to the year last year, and they're looking like they're playing well coming into this. I say coming into this year because there's been a lack of international events, but they look like they're improving all the time together as well.
Yeah, I think so as well. If they stay calm, they can be really good. I mean, they're both really tall. They have good serves. So yeah, they're of course one of the favorites for the tournament, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And that's Vikler. Tolle's setting there is world class. And then Vikler still wins that small battle to turn the ball. that Tole leaves. So the score's 2-3. 2. Remember, this is for the golden ball, which basically gives you a prize, but also the chance to replay a point of your choice later on in the competition. How great would it be for you to walk out of your round later with the golden ball? And have you thought about how you would use it? I mean, me and Rich have been talking all the time. Like, one of our best conversations, maybe not best, but one of our most repetitive conversations is about how would you use the golden ball?
I don't know how I would really use it. It depends the situation. We had one in the practice, and we used it against Mol, and I also saw how Plamins used the golden ball against Mol in practice. And Mol got 4 blocks out of those 4 rallies. So I would definitely not use it against Mol. But yeah, I think it would be really funny if you're not even playing, but you need the team on the king side to lose. So you can play the ball when you're not on the court.
It's amazing, isn't it? That you have that much control to be, especially if maybe like another team have a great server. You never know, like Julius Brink was saying, if Van Waller was serving like he was the other day for Belgium, I would maybe let him have a wash and let him serve. Let him serve for me instead of me going on. I mean, we also said earlier on in the week in the commentary box how good it would be if we all had a golden ball in life sometimes.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, Vikler. Showing line, and again, he opens up so well that he still has that range. Flexible. Tole, as you said it.
Plays with the blocker. Tries to show him that he goes diagonal and then hits him on the arm on the line.
Vikler this time tries to find the line, but there's a little bit of a figure of frustration, but we still have 8:10 left on the clock, Marco. We're doing okay here in a draw that, well, it includes some big teams. I mean, from a European perspective, Samoilovs and Smedins, they've won the most international events, from a European perspective ever in 13. Vikings are just behind them, I think, on 10. I could be corrected on that because it's going off the top of my head at the moment. So we've got some of the best teams in the world and best teams of all time here. European volleyball's in a good place, looking towards the CUV European Championships next week in Germany. Are you looking forward to that?
I'm really, really looking forward to that. I mean, this could be a semi-final playing right now, but it also could be like a second round or a first round even. So European volleyball, there are so many good teams, you never know.
Yeah, once upon a time, this sport was very much about the USA and Brazil. I mean, yeah, my education in beach volleyball was Dowhauser, Rogers, Manuel Ricardo battling it out in World Tour, and now there's more flavour to it from different continents, and we even saw the Mexicans bring some fire. They've got a new team on the block in Doha earlier on in the year, so it's so open.
Yeah, it's really open. Or you have Chile that also 1 year ago they won, I think, 2 events in a row. So yeah, the sport is really evolving at the moment.
Absolutely, from the left side, and he's found the seam there. Plavins is sat really wide and the seam's open. But maybe that's what you were on about earlier. The ball was off the net. The blocker went more to the line. The seam was open.
Exactly. This is so frustrating to get an ace by a float serve if you want to leave it out. Actually, you should not leave any ball drop.
Apart from that one.
Yeah, exactly that one.
Fans loving it. Socially distanced, of course. Oh, Tole! Struck by a bullet. It's like a tree.
But still smiling, so.
Still smiling. Last 5:50 on the clock. German fans are in the building. Pereira, knuckle is a good one.
That's also something new. Gavira wasn't really hand setting a lot before, and now he is.
It's interesting, it's never really been a You mean, you look at the Spanish, the Brazilians, and those sorts of nations, they've always been bump setters, but we speak about this quite a lot up here, the advantages of hand setting. Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, just like you can position the ball, you're much more precise. I think the ball is more readable.
Oh!
What he said
Plavins denied. This is why we have the golden ball. So Plavins can use it and use it against you. Vikla, can you go there again? Oh! Who has the last laugh here at King of the Court? That man.
That man, definitely.
So much drama. Plavins is made to eat his golden ball. He has to compose himself now.
Yeah, but as I told you, also in practice, 2 golden balls and 2 times the same thing.
Just shows, doesn't it? Also, Vikla's in rhythm, and he's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm just going to hammer another one. But he hammered it straight at Plavins. Hey, buddy, you want to use the golden ball?
Again.
No, that's 3 aces in a row from Vikla on Plavins. He's not seeing the funny side now.
No, he's not laughing anymore right now.
The boys are bringing the heat from the baseline at the minute.
Yeah, of course, they don't want Tolle Vikla to score another point, so they go full in serve.
Yeah, for Herrera Gavira, they lead by 1. Or chance for Plavins is a little bit tight, so Tolle makes a 7th.
Well, there was a big opportunity for Plavins.
But there's still some work to be done here for all teams, and Plavins and Toks are definitely still alive with 3:31 on the timer. Tolle is absolutely finding form and the rhythm.
Yeah, he does an excellent job on that one. He just goes as high as he can. He knows Herrera will not reach.
Yeah, you're talking earlier about taking your highest angle, and for him, where that ball was at that time was the line. Wide play, mixing it up a bit, and Tolle Vikla have found everything they wanted and more at the end of this one. Herrera Gavira missed a couple of serves, and that's a big game changer at these moments, Marco.
Yeah, exactly. They have to go. They have to go full power because now they're in the rhythm. You have to break them through reception.
They made 10 in a row yesterday, which is the longest stint I can remember in this competition. That's 3 missed serves. I don't know if it's in a row, but it's in quick succession, and that's really stopping the progress of Herrera Gavira. And now it's sink or swim. Oh, look at the fans. Tolle Vikla had so much support in Hamburg last year at the World Championships. A phenomenal competition. Vikla, 2-10. That's a run that's come to an end, and it's funny that Herrera Gavira went jump serve, jump serve, jump serve, jump serve, float serve, get down the King's End. Maybe some tiredness.
Yeah, or maybe just after 3 mistakes, you have to change something.
Absolutely, more patting away jumbos from Plavins.
This was a big opportunity for them. Maybe the last one to reach Tolle Vikla again with 11 points.
No way.
Is this the 4th ace in a row of him?
Yeah, against the Latvians as well. 4 aces. I would say that was 4 aces in a row. Vikla, and where Spain have missed 3 serves in a row, Vikla's made 4 aces, and it's unfortunate for Latvia because they've been on the receiving end of the aces from Klemens Vikla.
Yeah, sometimes this is also a small factor. Who is playing against you? Whose serve you have to receive?
This time off the hands, and that's really smart play from Vikla. He knows the percentage, he knows the situation he's in.
He knows he's off the net, the blocker's gonna reach high, and he goes on the short line.
Wow, 37 seconds left. Wide play to the pin. Or maybe Edgar's Toks was trying to hit a quick inside ball, but he lost his footing. as Rich says, a sand monster. They're bad things, those sand monsters. Okay. 20 seconds. Tolle Vikler. Well, they're trying to hurry the game up, Gavira.
Yeah. He says, surf me, I need some points.
It's going to be too little, too late for
So
Herrera.
what is Tolle going to do? Another ace?
4 aces this time out the back, and that one counts as a point because it's in the last 30 seconds. Hugs for the Germans. They were the German champions last weekend. The socially distant fans in the boxes are more than happy with their team. They take the golden ball and they have this ability to go on runs of side-out plays that we don't see from every team in this competition.
Yeah, exactly. They have such a good reception and setting, and they're both really high. They can spike high balls, which you almost can't block. So yeah, it's really hard to play block defense against them.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it. They're smiling.
Plavin's not so much anymore.
Plavins looks like he needs a little bit of time to recover from a brutal round of King of the Court. The golden ball goes to the Germans here, and this was Clemens Vikler. Probably the moment of the day for me. Plavin saying no, go again, it's my golden ball.
And Vikler says, yeah, here you go. Boom.
Bosh! Plavin says, fair enough.
But I think in the end of the day, he's still happy because he made it to another round.
Yeah, absolutely. Top 3 teams have gone through. We're going to go back down to Rich Lamborn, who's court side with our winners, Tolle and Vikler.
Clemens, Julius, great job. Congratulations on winning the golden ball. I think your box of fans up there is stoked for you.
Yeah, of course. We have a lot of fans. Thanks for the support, guys. They came here from Hamburg. They also supported us at the World Championship. They came to Rome. They travel everywhere, so it's very nice that they are here. Thank you.
So they're not only fans, but they're stalkers at this point. Anyways, you guys always manage to do everything with a smile on your face. How hard is that to do when you're as exhausted from this format as you are?
Oh, it's easy getting a smile on our face if Clemens does 5 or 6 aces in the last round. I think that was our winner today, and I hope he can keep this for tomorrow.
Wonderful. Do you have plans on how to use the golden ball? We've seen it in action a little bit today. What's your strategy?
I think we will take it as an asshole golden ball, so if we are not involved, so I think this is more fun than playing and take it.
We will take it against Plavin's Tox.
Okay, so an asshole golden ball. We'll trademark that term for you. Congratulations, boys, and we'll see you again.
Thank you.
Marco, very happy. Vikler and Tolle, they take the gold ball, they go through, but all 3 teams are through to semi-final. Good performance, just quickly.
Yeah, very, very good performance, especially Clemens in serving, inside out, they were so solid. Yeah.
Let's see how far they can go in this competition. But from ourselves, Marco, thank you so much for joining us. Here is the Johnny Depp. This is the Vikler-Tolle song from Hamburg. Marco, good luck for the rest of the competition. We hope to see you up here again. It's been a pleasure to have you, but for myself, Rich Lamborn and Marco Plattiger, it's goodbye for the time being. We'll be back at 17:20 local time. We'll see you there.
Onderrijden, oftewel, wilt u alle richting de uitgang gaan, vergeet uw eigendom maar niet. Dames, heel erg gefeliciteerd in die Skywars met alle prijzen. En als je voor de volgende sessie een kaartje hebt, eerst even naar het stadion uit. Alles wordt gereinigd wat betreft het coronaproof stadion. En dan mag je weer terugkomen. Iedereen heel hartelijk dank. Wel thuis. En blijf het volgen. King of the Court morgen finale dag. Dank jullie wel.